Welcome back to the shipyard. Today, game footage of Siege of AR 558. This is round 1, Todd versus Dan. You guys may know this better as Dominion War OP3, or the really cool ground battle, the DS9 episode where Rom loses his leg. Not Rom, Nog. Wrong Ferengi. Sorry, my bad there. Yeah, so anytime you see Todd on camera, he's got to be the presumptive favorite. Maybe unless he's playing Craig. I don't know. Anyways, so Todd's fleet. We got a Defiant 1764 with Picard, Forrest. This is old starter Picard. Free action Picard, I guess is what we're now going to call him. Conditional Surrender, Quark, Gen Cisco, Cloaked Mines, Type 8 upgraded. 50-point ship there. Then he's got a Hathaway, Gen Con, Conditional Surrender, Sakona, Systems upgrade in a crew slot, Warp Jump, Cloaked Mines, Type 8 upgraded. 44 points. He's got Copilot, that's 99. This was a 100-point event because it's back to Dominion War days, except without the craziness of no limit on the number of points for any given ship. So yeah, solid attack cancellation. You're not killing Todd's fleet. Your hopes are control the planet and don't let him kill your ships, and well, we'll see what happens. Dan's fleet. He's got the Mirror Defiant, named. I like that ship. It's a good ship. Miles O'Brien captaining it. Rebellion. Cloaking device. Don't like the cloaking device there. A forward weapons grid. Interesting call. See if that comes into play. Aft weapons emitter. Nice throw in for 1 point. Hikaru Sulu and Pavel Chekhov. I like Sulu. Don't love Chekhov. If you're going to go Sulu, I prefer Spock. Easier combo there. And then he's got the Tokat with Archer, Admiral Worf, Yellow Alert, Thalmarite Explosive, Dorsal Weapons Array, Julian Bashir. It's a solid mirror fleet. He's got Auxiliary Power as his resource. That's 100 points. He went for the Faction Pure theme. And you can see Mirror's good, but Fed is better. They spent the first round getting troops on the planet. Well, Dan put 2 troops down and a SAM mine. Todd got more troops down. But Dan is currently leading the planetary battle, and then Todd drops Cloaked Mines, because of course you would. Yeah, Cloaked Mines really need errata. But they're not coming. At least I don't foresee them coming. Yeah, would have been nice if they had. But considering we still don't have clarity on the whole interface generator system or the tactical station issue, like, what do you use? 1 per ship, unique, 1 per ship, as many as you want. Like, cards is writ, more restrictive, less restrictive. I don't know. I mean, I want to go with the newer version. That makes more sense to me. Because that's kind of them saying, hey, this is what we meant it to be all along. So here is some fire being exchanged on the planet or in space. I don't know. The Defiant got a fleet action. And yeah, I think nothing truly came of it. But, you know, Dan's not in a bad place here. His mistake at this point is probably that he didn't go away from camera, and try to avoid combat. Because with Conditional Surrender, with, I believe Rebellion has been disabled by Gen Cisco, he's behind. He's behind the 8 ball, and I don't want to be in combat when my opponent has a warp jump on, I believe, both ships. Well, 1 ship on the Hathaway. When my opponent has a means of canceling an attack on both of his ships, and when my opponent has 5, maybe 6 dice on each ship. Like that's just not a good day. You can say everything you will about the rule of 3, and I love the rule of 3. But still, being able to take like the Constitution and the Constellation class and put Type 8 upgraded on them and have them go from 3 to 5 dice, it's really scary. That makes these ships, well, far better than they deserve. It gives them the same firepower as a Galaxy and a Sovereign, and that just is ridiculous. Nobody would ever think that those ships are capable of the same firepower. It doesn't matter what kind of weapons you put on them. You can retrofit them all day long. They don't have the power to support that continued output of energy. I know I'm getting a little technical, a little nerdy. It's what I do. This game is highly interesting. Todd made great use of the Hathaway's named ability here. He got a target lock. He first put some troops on the ground. Then he used the Hathaway's named ability to target lock. Then he used Copilot to get a battle station token. Like, that's action economy all day long. And still being able to do stuff. The new timing rules. Copilot happens at the start of the round. Love that timing. It's why Copilot never got a fix. It was really unfortunate that it came out before Nationals and Worlds, because then Copilot was running rampant, and we were all like, wait, what? You want us to wait, what? Oh, that's way too good. Even now, it's still a great resource, but it at least has timing constraints, and you have to choose a ship to put it on. You don't have the flexibility of saying, oh yeah, this one, I need a battle station on this ship right now. Yeah, having to choose ahead of time. There will be moments where you go, oh yeah, I know that ship A, that ship is going to need a battle station token. Maybe I didn't take battle station token. Maybe it's the only one that's going to have a shot. Maybe it's the only one that's going to get shot. I don't know why, but that's the one that needs the token. Other times, you're going to legitimately go, I don't know. I truthfully don't know which ship to give it to, but I'm going to have to make a choice. So, yeah, as of right now, we've got Todd with 6 troops and a mine, and Dan with, I believe it's now 6 troops and a mine, as the Defiant moves in. So we essentially have a tie game, which is not bad. Not bad for roughly halfway through the game. Things are going to shift because, well, you can play a lot of close games for half, but then everything goes wonky. I say wonky as the Tokat does a backflip and all kinds of other crazy things. Although Todd's attack dice for his mines are ice cold in this game. He's rolled, I think in all the times he rolls dice, he gets like 2 total hits and he makes at least 3 rolls. So that is far below average. You're going to have days like that. I do give Dan a lot of credit here. He has no fear of Todd's mines. He just says, I'm going to take them. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to take them. I'm going to run through them. He chooses to scan, and that's okay. But at least he's not pity-paddling, pitter-footing. I don't know. Something. He's not dancing around the mines. He is charging, right next to him and saying, I'll live. So, sometimes fortune favors the bold. Not all the time, but sometimes. I think I've done a lot of talk about old scenarios, and not necessarily here, but between the old Warp Core Breach episodes and some top 10 lists. This scenario is one of my favorites. The planetary battle adds a huge component as we see Todd warp jump out of the fight. He did that not so much because he was going to get shot, he wants to reposition. And there, Todd also kills the Tokat. Big swing here for Todd to be up a ship or Dan to be down a ship. That's going to hurt. But this whole notion of having a planetary battle to be fought, deciding when to direct your attacks to the planet, deciding when to put troops on the planet, because then you're lowering your shields, you're devoting your action to the planet. It's a big choice. And it makes you think. It really does make you think. So, yeah. I should note this game was filmed in early December, earlier than the faction packs came out, and of course much earlier than the starter set came out. So the only new content that was even possible were the Wave 1 card packs. And even then, people are still struggling to get a hold of those. So, yeah. Alright, now we got a much better picture of the planetary battle. Each player has one anti-personnel mine. Dan's got 6 troops. Todd has 7. So Todd's starting to get a little edge here. Oh, now Todd has 9. Yeah. And, boy, Todd being up 2-1, that's really going to help him out. Oh, that's a big hit. That's 3-1. That's going to be 2 troops coming off of Dan's side. Oh, just 1. He didn't roll enough defense dice. Oh, but 2 in exchange. That is an anti-personnel mine that has earned its keep. And there's Todd getting another 2 hits. Dan getting nothing. Wow. Nothing on 4 dice. I guess that's kind of fair. But now Dan's only got 3 hits, 3 dice to roll back in exchange. And looks like he gets 1. And Todd gets a personnel mine for nothing. Yeah, Todd, like I said, Todd's mine dice in total were cold. I think he did get a little bit more on the anti-personnel mines, the retaliatory mines, but still rough. Yeah, so 6-3 here, and the Defiant being under Ox is going to make it even rougher on the planet. So I'm curious as to why Todd did a battle stations there. He should have dumped troops, or at worst a personnel mine. He's got a troop to dump with the Hathaway, but still. It's... yeah. So at this point, Todd has claimed victory of the planet. I say that, and then Dan puts more troops down. So Todd's like, I got ya! No, I don't. And there's still only so much you can do. I do have to say, I love Todd's acrylic tokens. The Ox power looks fantastic. His Jolan True on his maneuver templates is another great one. The green on the action are good. They look a lot better in person than the camera picks up, because fluorescent green can be a tough color. I want to get a set of action tokens in like blue with the white engraving, look Federation, or even like purple, or like a dark green. That would look good, but the light green, it's a little off to me. But I don't know. They're technically not WizKids legal, so would they let you play them at Nationals? I don't know why any opponent would object, or why a judge would object. It's not like I'm trying to deceive anyone by running acrylic tokens. I understand the templates, the wanting to make sure that you have the right templates. That makes total sense to me. But as for as for actions, like, come on, let's just be clear. Let's just do what we need to do here. It's a gentleman's game for the most part. It is just guys having fun and trying to be the best, of course. So yeah, here's Todd getting a shot on the planet, and I believe he did kill these last two troops. They just didn't remove them. Now Todd's taking his last shot with one of his ships. Dan does Rebellion, but that's enough to kill the Defiant because it had 1 damage previously. So the 2-hole going in, 2-hole damage is the kill shot. So that is a clean sweep for Todd. He gets 114, I believe it is, plus planet control for the 3-point win. And then Dan gets just the 1 point for Todd being underbuilt. So yeah, that is the game. Sorry, not a lot of analysis there. Todd's fleet is insane when you have the double conditional surrender, the Gen Cisco to disable stuff, the double cloaked mines for area control, Type 8 upgraded both ways around, and I don't even know what Quark was hiding. I believe he was hiding a warp jump on the Defiant so that Todd had an escape plan. There's nothing you can do. It's essentially double attack cancellation each way around. Plus fighting for control of the planet. You don't have hope. So, yeah, is what it is. Sometimes you can't beat it. So, all right. Hey, that's life, as they say. So, thank you for watching, and until next time, we'll see you around the shipyard. Take care.